Unfortunately, you can see where it's come off.
Nipple dial, all original.
And I think the rumours were actually stronger last year than they were this year.
Very, very faint where it is under a loop. You can't see it with the naked eye.
This is called the Koi Carp.
On first sight, I prefer the older dial.
It's a deal, it's a steal, it's Watchtrader's Deal of the Week.
Good, because I want to try and deal.
You can see it now.
Yes. I've taken this in today from a customer who has asked me to try and rectify his watch. Not that I'm putting you on the spot or anything like that, but there is a little something not right with it. Do you want to see whether you can spot? I know you were 5 o'clock this morning and you're a little bit worse for wear, so we'll let you get away with it, but we can have a little bit of fun. I mean, I can get you a loop if you like, but I don't think you need a loop. When you see it, you can't unsee it, and the gentleman now wants it rectifying.
Just think of where's Wally.
I'll put you out your misery.
You kick this earlier, you know.
Yeah, so in between 4 and 5, it's lost one of the indices.
Oh, I can see it now.
Yes. I'm 99% that it didn't come out of the factory like that.
Unfortunately, you can see where it's come off. If you couldn't see where it come off,
It would be a manufacturing.
it'll be a manufacturing fault,
Yeah.
and it's worth a load of money.
You've got just where it would be at the top, you can see very, very faint where it is under a loop. You can't see it with the naked eye. So that's a 1964 transitional, so it's 1675 on the keys, but it's a 6542.
That's my birth year, that could be a bit of me, that is.
Yeah, nipple dial, all original. So it's a little bit of an oddball thing, which is an awful lot of money. And then the polar opposite, I bought a 1968 5513 from a trade group. Had a few glasses of wine, and I just thought I'll take a punt at that. Somebody's touched the dial in a couple of places, whereas now you just send the dial away.
They've done the loom.
They've done the loom. So it's the thing that we would have done 25 years ago, because our watchmakers, that's when it was. The gentleman that it belongs to has one of the most comprehensive watch collections that I've seen. This strap he's had made, and that is actually 18 karat gold stitching. That's how particular the guy is. It's probably my favourite watch in store at this moment in time. We've got it just under £60,000.
Don't surprise me.
If it was 6542, it would be 160, 170, 180. It's a 1675 case reference, so it's a transitional watch, but with all of the good features, plus the fact it's really, really pretty.
Very, very pretty, yeah.
Just so attractive.
All right then, so Greg, welcome back to the channel. I think I last saw you at the London Watch Show a little while back, but I couldn't help but notice a quite spectacular watch you've got on your wrist.
Yeah, so I've had this a little while. This is called the Koi Carp.
I've only seen this in pictures.
Yeah, so it's a proper Omega strap. Comes with the white strap as well, but this one's obviously a little bit different. Bit of a beast.
So did you order this separately after you purchased this watch, or
no?
Did it come with that?
It came with that strap on it, and then a brand new white strap as well. Very hard to find. I think I bought this in Switzerland, and I bought the black one from Austria. You just can't find them in this country, although you guys did have one.
Yeah, we just had one recently, but they come in a few different sizes, I think. Is that correct?
I don't think so.
Or is it just one size?
There's one size for this model, but there's a titanium version. This is steel. The titanium version's the current model, which is a lot lighter, but this is the steel one, which is a real chunk. You know, it doesn't work for everyone because it is a big beast of a watch. 55 mil.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is that the latest edition of the collection?
I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been wearing it. To be honest, I actually fell in love with it. It's probably the two of my favourite watches in my collection now, so.
Brilliant.
Really pleased with it, yeah.
All right then, well thanks for showing us.
Cheers, Aaron.
a wrist roll of somebody else's watch. We have sold quite a bit of Vacheron lately.
Yeah.
So this is smacking Vacheron, but a fraction of the cost.
This is a GP.
GP.
So do you not see? I see that more like Royal Oaky vibe.
It's Royal Oaky, but to me, it's just with it being on this strap, it's just modern Vacheron, and this is to me is people might disagree with me, but quality-wise, this is the same house quality. Just smacks classic quality, but modern wristwatch.
Yeah, no, it's really good looking. And what do they call that dial? Because I know what they call it, like a tapisserie dial on. Is that how you say it on an AP?
Tapisserie, yeah. Well, it is on AP, so I guess it's the same.
I didn't know if that was like a proprietary term or if that was just
there you
an
go,
AP
folks.
thing.
Please be kind and put us right. Give us the right. Have we got it right with the dial? Give me your opinion. I love it when people respond.
And what is the market value of a piece like that? Putting Hendo on the spot
put us
here.
right on the spot now.
Don't know. I'd take 15 for it.
There you go. Never know, there might be a deal going on here at Watchtrader Co in Jesmond this afternoon. Cut,
there you go.
because I'm going to try and deal. Saturday afternoon, 1st of April. I have my old friend, he was here last night, Paul Thorpe.
Paul, just for the people who may not know your face, I mean, I'm sure our viewers do know you, but could you introduce yourself and what you're doing up here in Newcastle?
Yeah, my name's Paul Thorpe, former watch dealer, many years in the business, up in Newcastle, just to meet a few of the, the watch fanatics that watch our channels. And whilst I was up here, I had to pop in and see my old mate because we go back a very long time.
We were trying to work it out, Harry. It's 30-ish years. The first watch I bought off Paul is one of my favourites, was a stainless steel 1675 GMT.
And just to clear up all the comments, right, you guys are not related.
Not that I know of.
Not that you're aware.
Not that we know of. I think we're a little bit too far apart to be related, but if anybody would like to expand on that as well.
Not unless one of our granddads had a wild weekend in Newcastle or London.
You go. I must say, I've been watching you recently and going to LA in your heady heights. It's nice for you to come to the frozen north. Obviously, producer Michael must have been an experience.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, the whole thing of going to LA must be fantastic, and then Miami.
Do you know what, mate? It is, but I also love being at the roots of the business and seeing you boys and, like all the independents around the country who work so hard for this business, for this industry and for the watch buying public. I mean, honestly, I think...
By the way, we will get it in. I've managed to sell Paul a stainless steel GMT this afternoon for a family member, I believe.
He has, and he's done me a good deal, and I might not have even finished yet.
Right, so one of the things that obviously we're talking about this week, and I'm going to touch on straight away, is an iconic modern watch, and it is the Green Dial Daytona. Big rumours about it getting discontinued, and it has.
It has, yeah.
So this watch this week has gone up.
And I think the rumours were actually stronger last year than they were this year.
Yeah.
And this year, it's gone.
Yeah, and it sort of took a few people by surprise.
Yeah, it did.
I think, obviously...
Kind of went under the radar.
Anniversary watch, something that's discontinued. We have this 2022 unworn example, which I think is already pre-sold.
Yeah.
We've popped them out today because obviously I wanted people to see. We've put some weird and wonderful things in the cabinets. We've put some classics. A few of the watch guys have asked to try it on because they said they'll probably not get a chance to do it again.
There's one thing about that watch I want to say. You know what? When that watch, I mean, it reached crazy heights, right?
Yeah.
It came back a bit. Few people got a little bit panicky, sold them. What happens, as always happens with Rolex, it came back again.
Yeah.
It's come back again.
Harry and I have been talking about this now. Don't know what your thoughts are. This is Jack's favourite watch.
Yeah.
If he had his time over, this would always be his watch. I'm told, and you might be able to confirm it, Harry's saying that the new model of this is going to have the brown sub-dials.
I've got to admit, I'll be honest with you, I prefer that dial. I mean, I haven't seen the new one yet, and I think with all the new releases, you have to wait and see and get hands on before you can say that works or that doesn't work for me at least. On first sight, I prefer the older dial now, or the discontinued dial, but we'll see. I mean, the proof will be in the pudding, right?
Yeah. Again, this is a one for people to watch.
Discontinued.
I have to ask you guys as well, could we get some wrist checks just to see what you're wearing today? So, Paul, this is a Royal Oak offshore.
Yeah.
Ceramic bezel.
Does it have a nickname, this one, or anything? Or is what's...
Not really.
No. This brings us on to, I know you're a big
AP
man, and you've been looking at a used watch that we've got in one of the other cabinets, which we might move on to yet. But I wanted to ask your opinion on this. This is a new release watch, which was slow when it first came out. I was offered these last year, didn't buy one. We've sold, I think, 6 of these this year. This is probably the hottest.
Doesn't surprise me because it's a very, very special dial. And with the introduction of the quick release rubber strap, wow.
This new quick lock system is fantastic. I mean, again, a great colour combo. I've had a couple of people that have put it on to black, so that they're saying they're going to wear it on the black for a change. I just think that dial and
the black strap on that works so well. I mean, it is just such a hot watch. When you put that black strap on for me, I mean, black, or I don't know what kind of colour you call it. Well, it's like a
taupe.
It's a difficult colour to explain, but either works really well.
Yeah, I do.
And do you like the new size as well, the 43, isn't it?
Compared to Paul's, there's a big difference.
I would actually say, though, I've got to be honest, having tried them all on, I think that actually wears a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, this wears smaller, this wears big. It's a big presence watch. You know you've got it on when you're wearing it, but that's really what it wants to be as well. So, and there's the psychic hotline coming through. They've realised that we're recording on YouTube. It's one of the guys probably standing outside looking in the window.
So, a question I do have for Paul then. Out of the new Rolex releases for 2023, what are you initially drawn to?
I think the off-catalogue pieces, to be honest. I mean, that new day date that they've brought out, which is just about
jigsaw.
Just about as far away from anything that we'd ever see from Rolex that you could possibly imagine. I mean, that's going to be a real hot piece.
Do you think that says something about the direction that Rolex are going in now?
Yeah, definitely. I think they've changed the last... I mean, how many years in did we used to wait for the new releases, bars of the world, and you look at it and you go, oh...
Is that it?
Is that it? You know?
Or if that dial had come out a few years ago, we would have probably all said it's a spoof, it's a joke.
Yeah.
But
they've definitely changed direction.
Yeah,
definitely.
Maybe appealing to a more social media and younger audience. I think they're tuned into it, aren't they? You know.
But I think this is the ethos of the OP. The OP certainly worked with the Tiffany.
Yeah.
They're massive hype. All the colours are quirky. All the colours are pretty. Guy said to me today, "What do you think of that?" And I said, "Well, it's a statement." Yeah. If you're going to go for a Patek, you can go plain. If you go in orange, it's a statement.
It's a statement, yeah.
And if you've got to spare $100,000, why
exactly.
not?
And if you look back at the OPs when they released those colourful dials, I remember the initial reaction from the public was, "They're never going to work." And wow, they just exploded, right?
Yeah.
And all along, look, Rolex are the best. They're so very clever at what they do when it comes to marketing. There is no other company like them in the world, particularly in the watch business. They're very clever.
That was another customer ringing for Daytona, I think, this time.
Yeah, say, guys, I've been here for a couple of hours and they have not stopped.
Yeah, we've had the event, we've had customers in, we've bought a couple of vintage watches. I don't know whether you spotted that one.
Yeah. Trying
to get that in and around and back into the office. It's been a pleasant day as well.
International footballers wandering in and out.
There you go. So, yes, we're all at the Newcastle game tomorrow for my red and white friends in Manchester. Right, that's all I'd like to say, because I think tomorrow's our day. And on that note, thank you very much, Paul.
Ian, thanks very much for having me out. It's been a pleasure. I wish you guys all the best.
Separated at birth. Separated at birth. We're actually twins.
So again, we'll have the deal of the week. It's a Yachtmaster 42 Oyster Flex in white gold. It's a deal, it's a steal, it's Watchtrader's deal of the week. It's a watch that in the last 12 months we've sold for around £30,000. This is on our website for £24,500. And the deal of the week, it is £22,950, so it's a saving of £1,500. The list price is £25,650. It has the black bezel that will be similar on the new Yachtmaster, made out of titanium. I would imagine the price is going to be similar when they first come out. And this one's white gold, that's made out of titanium. And I think it's very good value.
So John, if somebody wants to get that deal, what should they quote? in a
You
message.
need to call YouTube to Josh on Instagram or call our store, and Josh will be happy to help you.